Rolex, Rolls-Royce, Ferrari, Leica. These are the companies that are known for luxury, the best we can make. Art pieces as well as objects, Leica being the one that belongs to the camera world. The German camera maker has a look that is iconic. They would make small, handcrafted, beautiful lenses that were light as they were sharp. Classically, if you looked around the world at a photojournalist, around their neck, there would be nothing else but a Leica. I always saw them out of reach, until recently, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw this. The Leitz Summicron 35mm f2.8 from 1973. It was being sold by a local boutique for $100. I put a hold on it and got it the next day. Now, I have some questions. Who were Leica? Are they the same company today? And why say Leitz and not Leica? And finally, is the glass really special? Is Leica really special? Let's discuss it while we go for a walk. See, originally Leica was a microscope company. And what happened was Ernst Leitz, the owner, saw an opportunity to make a camera that everyone could have, that he could take on hikes. And so, that's what he made. And it was hugely successful. So successful that years later, they changed the name Leitz, which it was originally called, and that's on the front of this camera lens, to Leica. The other thing to talk about with Leica is the build quality. These were handmade in Germany, and to this day, their camera lenses are still handmade. Granted, it is a beautiful feeling lens, and the image quality is sublime. The photos that come out of this are ridiculous. Even on the 40 megapixel sensor that is on my R5, these shots are amazing. They're brilliant. And they have this certain look to the colors that I love. This certain depth that's almost there that makes me want to shoot with it. Granted, it's slower to use because the focus is manual. Everything's manual on this guy. But I'm surprised again that even by today's standards, I love this lens. It's amazing. Even compared to something like 35mm RF, it's one's modern, one's old, but yet I like how the Leica looks much more. The idea behind it is beautiful, of making the best thing that you can make, of making something that is your companion for years and years and years. But they, at the beginning, that being Leica, pushed. They made interchangeable lenses. They did this, they did this, they did this. They were pushing to make the best camera they could, with the best features, beautifully built. I feel it's when they started to go digital that the problem started to sink in. On paper, they were lagging behind. They put few features in, claiming, in the name of art, we released the $10,000 Leica M10 monochrome. In the name of making a dedicated photography camera, we don't have video on our Leica M11. And even when you do talk quality, because it's fine if you have a camera with a couple less features, but the quality better be perfect. And I constantly hear about problems where people will buy a new Leica, the mirror will lock up for long periods and requires an update that comes later. Cameras will have random glitches, physical defects. And the problem is when you're spending this much on a camera, is this what you expect? But in a void, a Leica camera is beautiful. It's a work of art. But the problem is that everybody reviews them and talks about them as if they're in a void, and they're not. The problem is you're not just considering a $10,000 Leica or whatever. You're considering it against a Fujifilm, a $2,000 Fujifilm X Pro even, or a Canon, or a Nikon. And when it's compared to other cameras, sure, the build quality is beautiful, but is it beautiful enough to spend an extra $6,000 to not have video, to have less features, but to have better build quality or better this? I think the pursuit of making something that takes gorgeous photos is awesome. The pursuit of making something that's amazing is awesome. But when does the pursuit of better cross with pretentiousness to make something that's actually quite a bit worse?
Leica is a company that makes amazing things, that has made amazing things. But don't let the extravagance, the prestige, or the name fool you. They make cameras. Cameras are tools that you use to show the world through your eyes what you can see. If this camera helps you see the world around you in a more beautiful light, then so be it. If a $5 Canon does that job, pick that up. Just remember, you're the one taking the picture. The camera is just a machine.
Thank you for watching, and God bless.